Hey, hi. Okay, today is episode 10. I just want to go through a couple of things for the last 1 to 2 weeks. I'll be a bit random here, just going through whatever news highlights for the past 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, the first thing is Delta variant surge. Eastern Europe areas they have they have started to implement lockdown again, like Latvia and Russia as well. They have implemented like I think 5 to 8 weeks of lockdown for uh, persons above 60 years old. And China as well alerted on this fear of lockdown that is coming up, whereby they have already found cases in 11 provinces. So, okay. Then this is the part where I just mentioned just now about the Russia uh, imposing a week-long lockdown for everyone, and also special cases for the for persons above 60 years old. So okay, like to yeah, this mentioned about the winters coming, and I quite kind of like this news portal. It's actually from India. Very impartial, and they also did mention about United Kingdom, but I guess United Kingdom is looking at living with the pandemic, seeing it as a more like a endemic kind of cases like Singapore. Opening up, just taking all the necessary precautions like social distancing and all that. I think there's a minority group of people who starts to already see that lockdown or zero tolerance policy is not really working. So make sure that everybody have double vaccine or third booster vaccine. Social distancing are good enough. Um, yeah, this is something that may affect the market because China being the manufacturer of the world, with this COVID coming in, and with China maintaining the zero tolerance level policy, they might shut down factories and all that for a couple of days, and that might create or worsen supply chain issues. So far, the coal and energy crisis looks like it has quietened down. Now it's like back to square one, which is the COVID matters. So um, yeah, this is some of the quotes on how to be a good investor. Um, Actually, this article is about some of the mistakes that the great investor Icon actually makes. He sold some stocks too early. I think it was Apple and or some another stock where the stock surge, the price go up after they sold millions of shares worth billions. So he's saying there's cardinal rule to not try to predict the market over the short to medium term. Serve me well. So this is one of the thing that I'm learning as well. Short term volatility, ignore it. Buy the business, and there's always short term volatility everywhere, from ceiling debt crisis, supply chain crisis, or even the discussion of inflationary being transitory or permanent or longer than usual, um, or whether inflation will affect the stock market. In the long run, the market is certainly going to hit the wall. I really think there will be a crisis the way we are going, the way we are printing money, the way we are going to inflation. Inflation is taking hold in a bad way. We need more productivity in this country. The only way we're going to get productivity is to get the right guys to run these companies. Yeah, he's also raising his concerns about the crisis, about the inflationary issue. Not usually inflation are caused by increased consumer spending, or improvement in the economy, both. But in this case, it's not really the case. I just want to talk about Facebook. This screenshot is actually Before the crash or the dip of Facebook, it was closing at 341. As at today, it's around hovering at 316. Many news came up. You have the uh, whistleblower, two of them came up. Then they have to suspend their below 12 years old Instagram for kids. Yeah, there are some really good news. A share buyback worth 50 billion US dollar, which definitely will increase the price. The change of the brand to metaverse, I think, is actually good as well. It's a very high margin growth business company. I think one of the best among all the FANG stocks. So Snap. Well, during last week, there are a couple of stocks, especially the social media stocks from Snaps, Twitter, Pink Interest, PayPal, FinTech, went down a lot, easily 20%. Like PayPal is back to its uh, pandemic price, I think way back last year, August or September. So this is just one of the famous YouTuber talk about the five stocks that are crashing. Actually, there are a bit more. Lockheed Martin as well also did a major correction of down 10 to 11%. So Intel, another one, suffered a lot from 56 now closing at around 46, 47, down $10. I still think this chip company is the best semicon company to invest in. Uh, cool. This is a very unique. Uh, I hope it's not a pump and dump stock. It's actually I start to know about this stock from Dead Inside, one of the famous YouTuber, talking about thermal. They call it thermal conductivity, thermal interface materials. Very important for battery insulation and give the so the battery can last longer and less heating output from the heat generated from the batteries. So I nibble a bit into coal stocks. I think it has potential. Um, well, recently the FANG stocks just came out with all the reports. Alphabet, Google, except for Amazon, Microsoft, all beats earning estimates by analysts. So I think but not sure why the stocks came down. As you know, every quarter before results come out, the some people would like to trim their stocks or even exit the stocks and re-enter after the quarterly results out, just to be on the safe side. So it's a good way to rebalance your stock portfolio as well. Once in a while to exit and reset. Alphabet has one very good news. Google actually invested in Starlink. It's a 900 over million. So Starlink is doing really well with 1,000 plus satellites on low orbits and giving a lot of internet connection to the rest of the world. And the fact that this satellite derive energy from solar, so you don't need the power to give the Wi-Fi connectivity. It's actually one of the way to go green as well. Starlink. Uh, so this is some of the stocks recommended by Goldman Sachs, which hasn't gone up much. I have a bit of stocks in McDonald's, and Visa and Microsoft. The rest I don't have. So um, Shiba and Dogecoin, the news for last week. Wow, a lot of people make a lot of money. Congrats to them. See who reaches $1 first. Something interesting. Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk and Apple always they had an Amazon as well. They go back a long way. Some rivalry there. He's like mocking a 19 US dollar cleaning cloth that was tweeted by the Apple CEO. A bit crazy lah, just to use a brand to leverage. I think Elon Musk is someone who wants to keep costs down and make things affordable whereas where the company policy at Apple is always about profit driven, and I think he doesn't really like that idea of a company mission. Yeah, back to this. China warns of Delta infection surge with winter coming in, and then with the 2022 Winter Olympics, we're unsure whether it's going to happen or not. Well, let's see. Well, yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you very much. Click a like for me, please. Thank you.